Sebastian, it's a shame that such a strong year ends with a gearbox problem, but you didn't seem to stop pushing, much to the annoyance of Rocky, who was constantly on the radio telling you just to back off a little.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's difficult. I sort of got the message that, that we had a problem. Shame, really, because we had a brilliant start to the Grand Prix, and I was very happy at the beginning of the race with the car, how everything went. I was able to pull out the gap and felt that I had a couple of tens on hand, but then very early got the call, so surely we'll never know the real end of this or the real ending of this race. But I mean, to me it was pretty obvious then. I had to shift early, reduce the revs and save the gearbox. At the end it was getting worse, so I was always hoping for the problem to recover. That's why I kept pushing to stay as close as I could to Mark, in case they tell me happy days, we can go back to full power. But it didn't happen, and then in the end it was just the main target to see checkered flag. Also, I think it was more than half of the race still to go. Mark was catching up, and I didn't want to hold him up. So it was clear that it's not easy to accept. If you can't go for the win yourself, then at least you want to help the team. I wanted to help Mark, let him by, and yeah, he had a good time then at the front. He drove a very good race and deserved to win. So I'm very happy with second place. I got a trophy today, and so I'm not coming home with empty bags. I don't know, it's a German saying, I don't know if it makes sense in English, but anyways, I'm happy to have a trophy and bring something back. And with the season that we have had, a lot of poles, a lot of wins, I think it would be wrong today to complain about maybe one race that didn't go 100% according to plan.
And it gave you a bit of time to reminisce and go through your Formula One history. Just tell us about the Senna 91 reference.
Yeah, I mean, don't get the impression I'm getting bored when I'm racing, but as I said, I was pushing hard. I had to make up as much time as I could in the corners, because on the straights I was losing out. But yeah, it kind of came into my mind, and I was thinking whether I should go on the radio and actually tell what I was thinking, or don't do it, because if something goes wrong right after the call, they think that no wonder he goes off, because he hasn't got anything better to do than chatting with us. So yeah, it is actually the first race I remember, and that's why it came into my mind. And obviously he won the race, so I'm not as good as Senna, but yeah, I felt a bit similar today, getting told to use less and less and less, no second gear in the end. So yeah.